12:28 p.m. We received calls for multiple shots fired in the 4300 block of Bladensburg Road. Units responded to the area and located several victims suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Our officers engaged, started life-saving measures until emergency personnel arrived on the scene. It is important for us to know that these individuals were leaving a funeral at the Fort Lincoln Cemetery when they were accosted by another vehicle and shots were exchanged. This is a fluid investigation. At this point, we don't have much information that we can provide you, but we will update you later as we learn more about this incident. What I do want to say that this is uncommon in this community. We have an obligation to protect our residents at all costs, and this was a unnecessary, senseless act of violence that involved individuals discharging firearms in our community. As a result, multiple people were injured. At this time, we don't know the extent of their injuries or their conditions, other than everyone at this point is living. And at this point, I want to take this time to also thank all of our partners who arrived on the scene, our allied law enforcement partners that came on the scene. We were here within seconds, administering life-saving measures. I want to commend our allied agents from Prince George's County Police for providing crime scene processing efforts. And we want to appeal to our community. Anyone that was out here that saw this brazen act of senseless violence in our community, come forward. Someone saw something at 12:28 p.m. Multiple people were out here on the roadway. Multiple people could have been injured by the senseless act of violence involving guns, again, in our community. And this is uncommon. I want to commend the men and women of the Bladensburg Police Department for their efforts to serve this community. I want to commend our council, our mayor and council, our county council representatives out here. Everyone has a part to play in stopping the violence in this community. And I just want to say at this time, I'll open it up to a few questions. Again, this is a fluid investigation. We do not know the extent of the injuries. We will tell you that 5 people were shot. 5 people in the same vehicle were shot. So it wasn't multiple vehicles struck. This was one vehicle involved that contained all of our victims. And at this time, there have not been any arrests made yet, and we are appealing to our community again. If anyone witnessed this act of violence, to please contact the Bladensburg Police Department. We are the lead agency in this investigation. We are working with our partners from Prince George's County as they're handling the ballistics and forensic work of this investigation. But we would like for you to call 301-864-6080. And at this time, I will entertain a few questions.
How many shooters? Do you have any idea how many people in that vehicle opened fire?
At this time, we do not know how many shooters were involved. At this time, again, it's a fluid investigation. So we are just following up on all the leads that we have. We do not know how many shooters were inside that vehicle.
Was everybody in the vehicle shot, or were there people that were not shot? Is anybody cooperating with you to say why they might have been targeted?
Well, this is, again, it's a fluid investigation, Brad. We would respectfully not put that information out. We are following up on all the leads that we have to bring this case to a closure as fast as we can and hold these people accountable for this senseless act. All the leads that we have to bring this case to a closure as fast as we can and hold these people accountable for this senseless act.
Chief, was the shooting connected to the funeral?
We would say that some of the people were at the funeral that were there, and we don't know about the shooter. Again, we do not know who the shooter is, so we cannot say if those people were attending the funeral or what happened and what transpired. Again, it's a fluid investigation. All we know at this point is a dark color vehicle involved, and we don't know the make and model at this time. At this time, we're working through through that information to try to determine suspect and motive. We are checking around for video. As in any investigation, we will look for the video evidence to help bring closure to this case. Not at this time. Not at this time. We have nothing to say that the shooters were connected to that incident, to the funeral. No, there was no exchange that we know of from the vehicle that contained the victims.
I understand you to say exchange.
Yep. So for clarification purposes, there was not an exchange between the two vehicles. It was one vehicle that was shot at and it struck multiple victims within that vehicle.
Multiple vehicles were shot as well?
No, I said there was only one vehicle that was struck by the gunfire.
There's a scene in Hinesville that might be connected.
I'm not aware of that at this time. No.
Believe to be a road rage incident?
At this time, I can't confirm if it was road rage or not. We're still working through it. It's a fluid investigation, and we're trying to follow up on all of these that we can.
Some of the injuries are critical?
Say it again. Again, I do not have information on the victim's condition at this time. All I can say is all victims were transported to local hospitals for treatment.
So do you have a concern? We've covered at least 2 shootings in D.C. connected to here. Do you have a concern that that's becoming a trend that going to?
Well, I will say I don't know about the trend, and I don't know if this incident is connected to any other incident. However, I will say that gun violence is becoming a problem in all communities across this country. So Bladensburg and other DC and other jurisdictions aren't exempt. All I can say is that our officers out here actively patrolling to try to take these shooters off the street. There is a plethora of guns on our streets, and they need to be dealt with.
How many shots fired?
Not at this time. Not at this time.
All of the victims shot, they were at the funeral.
Yes, they were leaving the funeral.
Can you repeat the name? I'm sorry.
They were the local funeral home, Fort Lincoln Cemetery. Yes.
So I think no, but were they part of a procession? The victims, were they part of a funeral procession, or were they just pulling out?
So they were they were attending a funeral at that cemetery. I'm not sure what funeral you refer to, but they were leaving a funeral.
They weren't part of a funeral procession.
They were. I'm not sure if they were in a procession or not.
Can you say where they were going?
No, absolutely not. I don't know where they were leaving.
Direction on the bridge, were they traveling this way or that?
They were coming from DC, from Como Manor, heading towards Bladensburg. Yes, that's how we got involved in it, in this jurisdiction. I do not have that information at this time.
They all adults?
I don't know if they're all adults or not. Right now, we're still following up on all the leads in this case.
We know, we did hear officers immediately on the scene calling is there any kind of
No, everyone's response was timely, and I want to commend all of our emergency personnel again, as well as our allied law enforcement agencies that arrived on scene and immediately went into life-saving measure efforts, and I want to commend them for the lives that they saved today.
And all the victims were transported to hospitals?
All the victims were transported to local hospitals.
And so that was 5 were injured?
There were 5 people shot, yes.
Can you say as far as the life-saving measures, like how is that, like chest compression, is it?
So again, I don't want to speculate where the injuries occurred. I just want to say that I want to commend our officers that they went through mass casualty training, and it showed today that they went into action and they provided adequate medical attention that saved the lives of these victims.